Multicultural Leaders in Sustainability is an exciting environmental leadership program for young people from migrant and refugee backgrounds. Delivered by Environment Victoria and the Centre for Multicultural Youth since 2007, the program works with young people who have been living in Melbourne for between 3 months and 5 years.
Environment Victoria is the peak non-profit environment group in Victoria, and we work with communities around the state to talk about sustainable living. So with the Multicultural Leaders in Sustainability program, we're working with young, newly arrived people from refugee and migrant backgrounds.
CMY advocates for the needs of young people from refugee and migrant background, and we do this in various ways, whether it be casework or running programs, leadership programs like this program.
In 2010, the Multicultural Leaders in Sustainability program has been held in the city of Brimbank in Melbourne's west, where 17 young participants met weekly at the Centre for Multicultural Youth and Sunshine to learn about living sustainably, developing leadership skills and taking the knowledge that they've gained back into their communities in creative and effective ways.
The things we've been talking about throughout the training are now making their way into communities.
And I had interesting ideas to share with everyone in Australia, and I had interesting ideas to get from the Australia community and share with my family also.
The environment is now being talked about in multicultural communities around Melbourne.
The second focus of the training is on leadership and communication skills. Strengthening these skills supports MLS participants to become active leaders in both their home and work environments in Australia.
After MLS, I will feel more confident to communication with multicultural people. So we have different backgrounds and also belief, so we can exchange and share. So we have great opportunity.
It's fun, the group has fun, but also it's about helping newly arrived people settle into Australia. We look at ways to live more sustainably, which is to reduce energy use, to use less water and to reduce waste.
Field trips move the program out of the classroom and into Victoria's natural environment, affording the opportunity to bring the issues being discussed into real life. The Op Shop Challenge saw participants being given $15 and the challenge of purchasing a fabulous outfit for that amount from Footscray Savers Op Shop. Everyone had great fun finding unique items that expressed their own style and gave them a personal experience of the joys of recycling. They learned firsthand that by buying fewer new products and buying reused and recycled products, we significantly reduce the amount of waste produced and the resources required to manufacture new goods.
I always had an interest in the environment, maybe more practical things I could do around the home, things you can do every day, and then try to get other people in your family or friends to change their habits and stuff as well.
At the end of May, 18 participants, staff and volunteers spent 3 days together at Allenby Camp in the spectacular Strzelecki Ranges in Victoria's Gippsland. For many participants, it was their first trip outside the Melbourne CBD, and for several, the first time they'd ever seen the ocean. They experienced Victoria's diverse natural biomes, coastal, forest, mountains, farmland, and also our energy infrastructure, as Wonthaggi Wind Farm was a great example of energy production with almost zero pollution. While wonderfully informative and at times quite hard physically, the camp was also about having fun together and team building, and it featured activities like a flying fox, abseiling, a night walk, campfires, and generally spending enjoyable time together outdoors. The second part of the MLS program requires participants to devise sustainability projects that they would present to their communities, and during the camp 2 workshops were held to determine what those projects would be. Matella, a graduate from the MLS program held in Dandenong in 2008, shared his experiences and offered advice during this process. These sustainability projects are designed to inform the participants' communities about their local environment and help spread the sustainable living message, while affording the opportunity for the group to demonstrate and practice their growing leadership and communication skills. Upon the successful completion of these projects, participants receive a Certificate 1 in active volunteering, which acknowledges their fantastic commitment and achievements and provides a reference for their future work and education endeavours. On a Sunday in July, 5 MLS participants Chi, Law, Po, Tom and Rara organised, prepared for and delivered a successful presentation to the Karen community of St Mark's Anglican Church in Werribee. Po and Law are young Karen men who were born in Burma but grew up in refugee camps just inside the Thai border. St Mark's is Po and Law's own church community, and together with the rest of their group, they spoke in both Karen and English to 37 members of the congregation and youth group about climate change, how to save energy and how to produce less waste.
We learned about recycling, how to keep Australia clean. We learned how to save water, and we learned about energy and pollution in Australia and everything that's happening around our environment. So it was interesting.
Several participants felt that looking after our local environment, especially the trees and plants that give us oxygen, cool our planet and provide beautiful scenery, is one of the most important ways we can take positive action. They wanted to share this by running a local planting day. In partnership with Brimbank City Council, MLS participants Jacqueline, Ayak, Acholi and Patu ran a multicultural planting day alongside Cororoit Creek in Ardea. On the day, people came together from the MLS, the Brimbank City Council, Friends of Cororoit Creek Group and the local neighbourhood. 2,200 native plants and grasses were planted on the day. People got to see and hold an exciting variety of Australian native marsupials, reptiles and birds, which were on display, and they also learnt about the water quality of our rivers with a Water Watch stall. Jacqueline and Acholi gave a presentation about why they'd chosen to plant native grasses for their project. Jacqueline spoke about sharing that new knowledge about saving energy and water with her family, translating her sustainable living advice into the Sudanese dialect of Luo. Jacqueline also brought delicious homemade salabia to add to Council's barbecue lunch. A third project group felt that water is the most important issue and that it's vital we all conserve it. In an education and activity day called Water It's Our Life, participants Claire Doe, Ahmed, Kunmin, Sipo Ra, Kusei, Ayo and Esther invited a group of young Karenni people to join them as they discussed water, why it's so important and why we must conserve it. Nina from Environment Victoria spoke about Australia's water situation, and Bronwyn from City West Water presented ways to save water around the home. Then the group travelled to Greenvale Reservoir to see more of their local water storage situation.
Water is our life. It's a little bit rainy. We need more rain in Melbourne, so our focus and target is to learn about saving water.
By bringing together a diverse group of young people for 6 months, Multicultural Leaders in Sustainability provides an introduction to environmental issues and a range of ways to live sustainably.
I thought MLS was a really good opportunities. I really enjoyed it.
Everyone gets involved and we all have fun and everything, and everyone's like they're pretty funny group and stuff, but everyone has the same interests as well, so everyone's really eager to learn about it as well. Yeah.
And also we learn from each other. Yeah, we have food, have fun. It's good.
I encourage other people who came to Victorian Youth to come and join MLS. It's a very good opportunity.
They're such a great bunch and it's been amazing.
MLS has fostered the leadership talents of a group of dedicated young people who will likely be playing important future roles in their communities and in Australian society.